Good afternoon, internet. Welcome back to the channel. So it's Saturday afternoon. It's the 3rd of May and it's 6:30 in the afternoon. What a day. What a beautiful day, eh? Last night we had an horrific storm out. When I say horrific, I mean it was just breathtaking. You know, Mother Nature at its best. It was really good. Just continuous flash after flash, and the rumbling, it just didn't stop. And but it's done. It really has done, I think, everything in the world of good. It's cleared there. It's like, do you remember that movie, The Day After Tomorrow? You know, when it's all over and the skies crystal clear and blue. It's just beautiful. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So. Now, today would have been a fantastic day to be out on the motorbike, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but things that are going on. My daughter, her family, and me and the wife, and the kids, because we're all involved, we've bought this big shed. It's 4.5 metre by 3.5 metre, and so we've been putting the base down for it today. And then tomorrow, we've sort of got to build up the shed. That should be interesting. But it's all for the good cause. It's all for the good cause. Anyway, now what I really wanted to do this video for, apart from the fact that I need to sit down there and chill out, right? I've just got back, just had a shower, and I thought, right, okay. I was going to go out for a ride, but I'm going to go out for a ride, I think, tomorrow morning. And the reason is, tomorrow morning is a very special day in this year's calendar. Not only is it the 4th of May, may the 4th be with you, or may the Force be with you if you're into Star Wars, but it's also my birthday, which of course is really important. Now, so I'll probably do a birthday ride. Just excuse me while I have a slurp in the coffee. Two things that I wanted to do this video for was, I was out shopping the other day, which I don't do very often, but I was with the wife. And there's a shop in France. Sorry, did I leave I left a moustache there. There's a shop in France called Action. Now, I don't know if it's anywhere else. It is in Europe. I think it's a Danish company. I think. I'm not 100% certain. But anyway. And it's pretty good. It sells decent stuff at not stupid prices, if that makes sense. Right. Now, so what I got myself was this, and I think this is really important to carry on a bike. Right, this is an air pump. Right, now the reason that I got all excited about this was the fact that this air pump, not only does it does car tyres, bike tyres, accessories, go, you name it, it seems to do it. And the reason that I thought it was good, it was under €20. It was only a cent under €20. It was €19.99, but that's beside the point. It's under €20. And I've carried a pump with me for donkey's years now. You know, the old, you got to... Too old for that now. Anyway, so, the pump. Now, so, forget the box. It comes in a nice little carry bag, yeah? Which, you know, bag's a bag in it, let's face it. And then, after that, you have your attachment-y bit. What? Hang on, I got something else. Oh, yeah. Your charging lead, yeah? And your bit that then screws into here, yeah? I don't really know why I'm showing you how to work a pump, because, well, if you don't know how to do this, you'll be riding a bike. And obviously that's the bit that, hey-ho, does the magical bit. Right, but now, what I like about this is, and I'm sure they're all the same, now I'll probably get this wrong because I haven't had a lot of time to play around with this. So we switch it on. There you go. And you can choose, look here, see? Hopefully you can see that. I've got that set on motorbike, yeah? But you can do car, you can do football, You can do, I don't know what that is, push bike or motorbike. Yeah. Now, I've got this is operating on bar, but it can do bar, kph, psi, and you then, so this is preset at 2.5 bar, yeah? And so, but this can be adjusted by, that's beside the point. And I walked into the dealership in Brest, the Royal Enfield dealership. The salesman, a guy called Dave, and he obviously had to check it. And he says, bloody hell, he said, you're paying a bit for your insurance. He says, that's way over the top. Well, it never really, you know, because you've just bought a new bike, you know, hey, I want to get out the road and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so I've got 3 bikes insured at AXA and my son's scooter, yeah? I've got my Himalayan, I've got the Gorilla, and I've got my Meteor, and then I've got my son's scooter. My 2 cars are still with the banks. That's a different bank now, and so they seem to be okay. Anyway, now AXA, it's the agency that I've been with since 2007. It got took over. The guy who used to run the agency retired. Most of his staff left with him, and it was taken over by new staff. And I've got to be honest, it just went, I don't know, this guy doesn't seem to know what he's doing, and anyway. So I got a bit fed up with it all, and I thought to myself, do you know what, enough's enough. So I spoke to a couple of 3 bikers that I know, and they're with a company called Massive, M-A-C-I-F, Massive, which is a really popular insurance company here in France. So, made an appointment and went along to their offices in Quimper on Wednesday, was it? Wednesday afternoon. Could have been Thursday, whenever, it doesn't matter. And I previously talked to him on the phone and said, look, I want to change 3 bikes and a scooter, see what you can do for me. So I walk in. Now I've got my AXA app on the phone and it details all my policies and the prices. And she said to me, she said, do you mind if I look at that? You know, she said, so I've got, I said, no. She also had to look at it anyway, just so I could prove the no claims, which, you know, was fine. Anyway, she's there, you know, and she's going on. Now, you can also choose, with most insurances in France, whether it's a car or a bike, you automatically get breakdown cover with that insurance. Not only here, but throughout European. And if you go outside the European Union, for a very, very small fee, you're also covered. So, you know, that's inclusive of most insurances. But then you've got options, you know, you can cover certain things. I have one which is called 2 Risk. It covers you for the lot. It covers you for the bike, it covers you for your equipment, it covers you for, you know, your jacket, your helmet, your boots, your jeans. If you're going away on the bike, you've got your gear on the back of the bike, covers you with that. 2 Risk. So she said, you want the bikes 2 Risk. Now what I did was, I had the Himalayan 2 Risk, I had the Gorilla 2 Risk, and the Meteor, I had a medium cover. Don't ask me what it was, but it's a medium, it's still quite covered. But because I'm not going away on that really. So, okay. Anyway, so she starts tapping away, you know, and she got this big smile. First I thought she was smiling at me, I thought, obviously not. Anyway, so anyway, at the end of all this, she said to me, she said, okay, she said, I can save you. Now listen to this, right? Because you got to listen. I thought I was hearing things. She said, I can save you €740 a year. Now, €740 a year she saved me, okay? Now, the Himalayan alone, AXA was charging me, which I didn't know until a couple of weeks ago, and I should have, because it's a standing order, it just comes out the bank, and what an idiot I've been. AXA was charging me for the Himalayan €582 a year for that. She's got it down to €159 a year. That's just on the Himalayan. My Meteor, because I've had it the mediocre cover, which is still quite a good cover. You know, it's still fire, theft, God knows what else, you know, vandalised and all that. €72 a year for the Meteor, opposed to nearly 300 actually. Anyway, that's how it's all gone. So that's the saving, I mean, unbelievable. I just, you know, anyway. So I was so happy. I was beside myself. I couldn't believe it. I had to rush home and say to the wife, do you know how much money we've saved? And I told her, and she said, oh, that's good. I said, it's 10.5. You work it out, I can insure another 3 bikes on the money I've saved. You can imagine the answer to that, can't you, lads? She wasn't, anyway, but there you go, such is life. No, but on a serious note. But, you know, there was nobody else to blame bar me. You just accept it, don't you? You think, yeah, you know. And I'm the one that used to say to me, oh, AXA, great company. Not anymore. You ripped me off, you really did. God, I get ripped off in this place. Anyway, so all I'm saying is sometimes it really does pay, you know, to sort of check these things. And most of you, I would imagine, probably would. When the wife found out, she said, well, do you not check your insurance? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's it really. I mean, we should actually, I suppose, do a lot more, or I should have done, you know, because, I mean, AXA have been, what the hell have they been? Do you know what? I actually came back here and I went on the internet and I put a load of, you know, you can get a simulation, you know, and I just picked a group of insurance companies and sort of put in the Himalayan. They're all roughly, I think 220 was the dearest one. So how the hell have AXA been charging me 580? And I want the answer from AXA, you know. I reckon, mind you, do I need any more court cases? Oh, God, I don't think so. But yeah. And then the final one, not court case, the final saving, I think I mentioned this in a video, Monday morning, we're having fibre put in, optic fibre. So Elon, mate, you can have your Starlink back. I don't want it anymore. So yeah, another saving, cut that in half. So hey ho, with all this money, I won't know what to do with myself. Anyway, on that note, I hope you've all had a great weekend in this weather. I mean, I hope you've been out on your bikes. Like I said, tomorrow morning, birthday ride. Hopefully, the weather's going to be kind. I'm not going to do a big ride. In fact, I'm going to go to my favourite place, which, as you all know, is the sea. I'm going to take me from here. I'm just literally going down to the coast and I'm going to look at the sea, because that will be such a nice birthday present. And then in the afternoon, we'll finish building the shed. Right, okay. Thanks for watching. If you'd enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. I know this has just been me talking away, but I'm good at that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and bye for now.